Welcome back to more volleyball, more Haikyuu, where I believe that they are leading up to something with Tsukushima, with Glass's boy, with some sort of backstory, some sort of reason as to why he is passionless. Pointing out a bit of his brother, what's been going on there, his will to fight, his will to get stronger, his will to practice. Which, let's be honest, the team kind of needs at the minute. Let's just get into it. Is it after the day of training there? Really going through the years of junior high, middle school, and who's going to be the one to come up and stop what's going on? Or just continue walking? He's just tall. I would agree. Do you have something to say? Unfortunately, some people don't have the advantage of height to use in a situation like that. Well, the entire situation maybe, but he could stand up for himself, had that. Didn't need to be worried about anything like back then. What would he say? Has he grown from being the scared little boy? I'd like to say that I've changed since childhood. It takes a lot of personal strength to overcome your own worries and history. When it comes to people that you care about, you can usually be a bit stronger than you realise. Since the start of this episode focused on him, are we going to see him be the catalyst? Be the talking point that gets Tsukushima to really think about it? Think about himself? What's his answer to that? Even the ones that aren't on the court all too often. He has eyes on the main squad. He's going off with some pace there. Why do you need to put in so much effort? Why do you need to train constantly? Why do you need to burn yourself out? Seeing him so full of expression. Is he going to, in such a short amount of time, become a regular? Yeah. Lots of food for a growing boy. I mean, I'd probably respond somewhat similar, but no, I don't want you there. Piss off. But is he falling behind? Since Kasano is such a high-flying school for volleyball. He doesn't want his brother to see that he's not in a match, not part of the main plays. He's having a great time in his school. I see he can conceal his presence quite well. He's quite forgettable. He thinks that if he can take part, do some volleyball, be in a team. Someone taking so much interest. But now that we're seeing him hold his brother in such high regard as a personal kind of hero. Oh no, I just linked to the title of the episode. What's with the background kid? Oh, 2? What's your brother's name? I'll ask mine. Does he have a different family name? From him. Oh no. I'm feeling so tense already. If this is okay. Where is he? Not in reserves. Well, he came to verify it as well. The little giant. There's no need to make it so painfully obvious. Just to seeing it for himself. Maybe he's just had an did he see the state of the team and think there was no place for him there, so took it just to support them? But coming up with a story to keep his brother enthralled, to not make him worry or anything. One way to interrupt his train of thought there. And make it seem as though nothing ever truly bothers him. You told him. He's on the team now. He's playing the game, part of the squad. Is he really going with there's no point in putting in effort if you can't be the best? And he's saying that to someone who's put in so much time and failed, and yet hasn't stopped. Whether it be personal pride or more than that entirely. But the day he stood up for himself, finally took a stand. Took his time. He must have hit his head during training. He needs to go. Who's he asking? And also, if you force someone into doing it against their will, they would just gain resentment. That's what happened to me with one of my clubs. And some people are comfortable being where they are. Others have something holding us back. I saw the beetle there as well. But now that he's at the door, Is he still going to have the resolve to get involved there? Ah. Well, if anyone ran out in a weird squeal like that, it might be him. There's a vast difference. I just couldn't give you any actual answer to that. He's back. Whether or not they'll actually answer properly is still left to be seen. I mean, he's stating, hypotheticals, but knowing that at some point you can or will fall. They may have become distracted. Tsukishima. He hasn't really thought about it. Has he not felt that thrill? That rush? Feeling that moment when you can notice it yourself, personal improvement. You've gotten somewhere that you weren't before. Even if there was or is someone above, there'll always be someone better. Doesn't mean you should just forfeit before starting. Well, we can see where he gets his entertainment from. Crushing the competition. Having that one shot of fame. The moment of... the entire way of thinking about it will shift heavily. Simplistic way of thinking about it, really. But is he going to take it on board at all? After being roped in. Why did they reach out to him? He can't see it himself. Damn it! You reminded him he needs to press further. I guess. And the moonlight really did shine when Yamaguchi stood his ground there. Backward talking with Tsukishima. basically regain control. Put it back over the net. I mean, I don't think anyone has died from their practice so far. Well, that's what he's aiming for then. And the little bit of practice he had before, actually getting to see how they play. Training the enemy so that they can take down other schools for you. That put him off. He had the... Did he see it? I mean, he did get around, but... Actually, somewhat proud of him, aren't they? Didn't take long. Took a while for him to hatch. If you start thinking about it, you know, the moon is only reflecting the light of the sun, so they work off of each other, but that duality of them, you know, they're in the same role, same position. But if it can actually make a full shift around in his way of thinking about it, you know, he's there because it's a club, a volleyball. He's not going to be able to do a full shift instantly, but they're all on that journey. We saw it from a few from season 1. But now this is like self-improvement central. But they all suck. I was the oldest of 3 brothers, so I don't think, you know, I really had a role model to look up to or be disappointed in. Obviously probably not the same for my brothers, and I would never have been that example in the first place, but still, having that moment where someone that you idolise and look up to has to fake who they are, has to come up with lies as to not to completely destroy or disenchant someone. The fact he was just a supporter in the background, despite what he had before in the previous school. And a moment of clarity, maybe? You're really trying to stop that block more than just jumping for a block. If it stops, cool. I'll try and get it, I guess. To actively being the wall, causing a level of intimidation not seen before. He truly showing the potential that he had. already being just a skilled player but not really putting in the effort or trying, to now bringing out the beast, as it were. If he can get the same level of, if not enjoyment, maybe a little furore, or, well, just a little spirit of competition, things should be getting quite interesting. But also with Hinata being the sun, and with him shining brighter with all of his practice that he's doing recently, it will only make Tsukishima glow just as bright. You know, now that he's gotten a bit of fight in him, doesn't want to be overshone, not want to be hidden in the shadows. The moon has its cycles. We were lingering in a crescent for too long. It is not quite full yet. The moon is just waxing. But with these games still not really going to plan, they're quite a few points behind still. The spring tournament is definitely going to be an interesting watch, and seeing them struggle here means that any improvements they make, anything that we get shown in the actual competition, will feel all the sweeter. If they were steamrolling over the competition now, what would we have to get excited in? Everyone loves an underdog story. But yeah, like I said, saying why put in the effort when someone's going to be better than you? Saying that to the one who spent so much time not being on the court, not being part of it, learning how to serve, and not going well on his first outing, but not giving up. He knows more than anyone, especially with the little history we got of him. Well, the first thing we saw of him as a kid, yeah, okay, can I have my bag back, kind of thing. He definitely knows that there's going to be people out there better than him in some form or other. But just because doesn't mean you have to roll over and accept it. Don't go down without a fight. Otherwise, you might as well not been part of the team in the first place. But with Tsukushima's brother still being there, supporting the team, he didn't give up on volleyball. It was probably as I thought, with it being labelled as a really strong team at that time. I mean, the Little Giant was on. But he was just wasn't good enough to be part of the regulars. Really leading into why, there's going to be someone better than you. But just imagine how crushing that would be. You love the sport. You're still there supporting everyone. Well, I actually thinking about this a bit too much. We were just here for some light-hearted fun, dumb antics with friends and volleyball. But with great times and stress, especially, the level of energy on show, the level of emotions, there's going to be a point when it gets on top of everyone. Some people do it better than others. Some don't even want to get involved in the first place. I wonder, now that Tsukushima has opened up a little, how it's going to go for him. Might be his time to get kicked out of the nest, really learn to fly. Let's see how well he does. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing to the channel. Just make sure to come back for more practice. You can always be a regular here. See you in the next one.
It's almost like I'm a source of inspiration for my patrons. Really, I can only apologise. But since there's nothing grand that I am claiming to have done, I guess I can't really disappoint. So I need to thank Electricant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sal, Arvia, Shiwan, Matt, Gurley, Cardboard, Croyville, Gintman, William Welch, Dark Shadow 7899, Mega 42, Finez Kid, and everyone else. I just hope that you can all grow stronger at the end of it. And if you really do want to help prove that this channel can be anything other than awful, consider helping out as well.